Okay, so these two achievements are once again missable at this point in time, and they won't be available again until this story boss comes back into the endgame modes, such as the Memory of Chaos. With how difficult Memory of Chaos content has been for a lot of players, I highly recommend that you get these achievements right now in the story, where it's going to be much easier to get them with the reduced health pools. If you miss out on it now, then you will unfortunately need to do this boss and his ads with millions more health. So first and foremost, yes, there will be spoilers, but we do what we must for achievements, right? Secondly, with that out of the way, this is only obtainable in the second encounter against this boss. You do fight him quite early on in the story, and this is not the fight that we need. Instead, you're going to have to wait until the end of the story where we fight him for a second time in order to get these achievements. An easy way to tell if you're in the right encounter is by looking at his health bar. If he only has a single health bar, then you're not in the right fight. If he's got two red dots signifying that he's got a phase 1 and phase 2, then this is the one that we want. Okay, so for the first achievement, the one who lost their shadow, allow the Flame Reaver of the Deepest Dark to cast Underworld's Grief consecutively 2 times in phase 1 without triggering a synergy with Long Shadowed Vessel. So this one needs to be done in the first phase. During this phase, the Flame Reaver is going to pull off an attack that summons 2 clones called Long Shadowed Vessels. Now, pay attention to these 2 that he summons from this attack. After this, he's going to summon another 2 vessels for a total of 4. But if we look carefully, the first 2 that he summons has one pose, while the second 2 that he summons have a different pose. This is how we're going to differentiate them. The way that this achievement works is that after he summons his vessel, he's going to do an attack and the first 2 vessels will attack together with him. Not the second 2, but the first 2. So before he does this first attack, we need to kill those 2 clones. The important thing, however, is that we must have at least one of the second pair of clones alive. This is because the achievement requires him to fail 2 joint attacks consecutively. So if we end up killing all 4, then he won't ever attempt to do the second joint attack. So we need to kill the first 2 vessels, let him attack and fail his joint attack, then we need to finish off the other 2 vessels and let him fail the second joint attack. Once this happens, the achievement will pop up. If you mess up and end up taking him to phase 2, a cutscene will play, but you can then just retreat from the fight once you've got control again and you will be back in phase 1. Okay, so now on to the second missable achievement. This one is a lot more straightforward. It's called the one who is without shadow, and it requires us to defeat all long shadowed vessels while the Flame Reaver is charging up his ultimate attack, Silent Sorrow. So this happens right at the start of phase 2, so you might want to save up all of your ultimates and action advances because it is going to need quite a bit of AoE in order to kill these guys. Phase 2 starts off with 4 vessels, and using My Day's support here will instantly kill the first 4. The boss will, however, immediately summon another 4 vessels, and so we're going to need to blow these up as well. But that's not all, because after this, the boss will summon another 4. So this is where you guys might struggle. You're going to need a lot of DPS to wipe out these packs back to back, because right after this, the boss is going to launch his ultimate attack. If you are successful in killing all of the ads before the boss gets his ultimate attack out, simply let the attack play out and finish the fight. The achievement will not pop up until the fight is over, so you do need to make sure that you are paying attention in order to know if you did successfully pull it off, because if you mess up here and end up killing the boss without killing all of the vessels, then you will miss out on this achievement as there won't be a way to restart the fight from this point.
Ready for another? Let the valuation begin.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Watch your head. Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
Vanity leads to self-destruction. I have not sent a dynasty to its end.
Well fought. That was a good opener to the ceremony.
Sure, I'll play along.
I weep for the departed.